This is a further response to what Professor Anton and Thou Art That are kind of going back and forth with. It's this difficulty of Christianity, where Professor Anton is posing the question to Christians: if there is no afterlife, could you forgive God? Now, what a lot of people who are Christians are discrediting this question and are saying that this question is not a legitimate one. They're saying that Professor Anton is not. He's saying that they're saying that Professor Anton is not, giving a very good question, and that this question is not useful. It's not useful for Christians to answer. Now, I have a video where I, give my answer, but I guess I want to discuss why this is a useful thing for Christians to answer. I think that first, us as Christians, we need to be open to whatever atheists have to ask us. Now, I myself am a Christian. I've said this a lot of times here. I myself am a Christian because I've had direct and indirect contact with God, and He has brought me out of a lot of hardships, and I see Him through those. And this is not just one time. This is 4, 5, 6 times, which is why my faith is so strong and why I'm so sure that there is a God. Now, people have brought up that like Richard Dawkins. He brings up him himself being an atheist, and what the argument that I'm posing here is the argument from a religious experience. Now, what is being said by Dawkins, I can't remember which book this is, which book by Dawkins this is, but he's saying that basically you can't really prove the existence of God or have much faith in the existence of God just by religious experience, because you have the possibility of psychosis. Now, I take that in. I understand that. I understand that my religious experience could be psychotic. It could be a psychotic experience, and I could be experiencing psychosis. Now, how would I know that? I wouldn't. But that's the problem with the argument from religious experience. But it's difficult for me to explain. Other Christians, other Christians come together, and it could be, and if this is a psychosis, then this is definitely a intersubjective psychosis, and I don't know how that is possible for an intersubjective psychosis, where a lot of people are, psychotic in believing a certain thing, But anyway, I'm sort of getting off track. I was just saying to you in this video why I feel so strongly that there is a God. But the question here is, Professor Anton is saying that if there is no afterlife, if God says to you, Jesus or God says to you as a Christian, I'm sorry, there is no afterlife. Just know that my Father loves you, and that enjoy your time here, because there is no afterlife. And a lot of Christians who see this discredit this question that Professor Anton is giving. Now, I disagree with this question being discredited. This is not a question that can be discredited. Now, first of all, us as Christians need to be entirely open to any question that any atheist has. Because first of all, they have a lot of questions about why we believe what we do, and this is a lot of the reason for this is because they want to understand why we believe this, and they want to. Now I'm talking for a lot of atheists. A lot of atheists don't care, but I know a few atheists that are friends of mine who want to know why I feel so strongly in my beliefs. But the atheists who ask questions to us as Christians, we need to be open to them, because we need to answer whatever questions they have. Now, this question is itself a valuable one, and this is because if there was no afterlife, think about it. If there was no afterlife, and God somehow had lied to you for whatever reason, God has a plan for everything. What if He actually did that? Now, me personally, if that happened to me, I would not be bitter. I would not be sad. I might be a little bit sad, but I would still feel good, because I trust God and I know that He's there for me while I'm here on this earth, and He knows me and He loves me, so I can't be mad at Him. But the reason that this question is a good question to ask is because it tests Christians' faith. It's a hypothetical question to ask, because it's a testing of our faith. Now, we need to come out with good answers. We need to which just actually shows how strong Christian faith is. Now, if this happened to you as a Christian, I'm sure that you would just trust in God and keep on going, because you have a lot of faith. And that this question is very credible, and it's a great question to ask to Christians, because most of us, I'm pretty sure, would say, yes, I could forgive God, and I would just keep going on, and I would still be happy. Now, that this tests Christian faith for sure. And if an atheist asking this question sees how we would just be fine with that, basically, I mean, maybe a little disappointed, but fine with that, then that shows, that shows that we, as Christians, truly do have faith, and we are not relying on a God, on the possibility that there's an afterlife, and if there's an afterlife, we would be in the right, and thus we would go to heaven. But we're not relying on God just for the beautiful, wonderful afterlife. We're not relying on God for that person. We're relying on God because we are nothing. Us as Christians know we are nothing without Him. That's the reason that we rely on Him. We don't rely on Him just because of short hopes that there might be a afterlife waiting for us if we do good things and we stay with God. We rely on Him because we feel we are nothing without Him, and we are actually nothing without Him. Atheists feel differently, but us as Christians are nothing without Him, and we know it. So this is why we do rely on Him. So I don't know, if you're a Christian, tell me what you think about this question that is being posed to us, and please answer it yourself if you are a Christian.